try to remember some of those bike models, terrible for a cafe racer project. Yes, this is one of them. The Yamaha VMax. Born in 1985. This bike was kind of a chopper, mixed with a roadster. Essentially, it had all to give origin to a bad cafe racer. But you already suspect that I am not telling the whole truth. Is it not? And you are right. I have found a very good one. Especially because if it were not, I would not be talking about it now. Welcome to Racer TV. Quite mad. Is it not? I never would have thought that something so exceptional could be made straight from a VMax. I know that there are already several good projects based on this bike. But in my personal view, this is one of the best. Simple, nice, and clean. It has everything to do with the usual style of the man who built it. Von Brauch, owner of JVB Moto, in Germany. Always admired the lines of his works. They have a taste of industrial design, which are usually finished with matte materials. And I like it. So, what can I say about the VMax model? To be honest, aesthetically, I have no words to define it. But not in a good sense. Just not my cup of tea. This is only true until I start talking about the engine. The previous models of the VMax from the 80s were already very powerful. With a 1.2 V4 engine and 145 horsepower. A really crazy motor for that time. But this project is based in the new model, which has a 1.7 V4 engine, and the craziest number of animals, just to pull a motorcycle. 200 horses. In a way, she needs them. After all, 300 kilograms can be considered everything, except lightweight. Yamaha has formed a collaboration with JVB Moto to create a fitting yard-built tribute to the iconic VMax. And why is the VMax iconic? Because 30 years later, it's still around. The main idea was to create a blend of a cafe racer and a dragster. The strangest element in this project is the metal box underneath the seat. But in a way, a good solution to hide the fuel tank. Contrary to what you might think, this is the default location in the stock model, which had to be maintained. Interestingly, this box can seem hidden, but I prefer to say, camouflaged. When we see the bike in certain angles, we hardly notice its existence. These air intake scoops aren't just a visual element. They are actually essential to allow the engine breathing at high speeds. Fortunately, Von Braug chose the original intake scoops from the 80s, which I think are visually much more interesting. Overall, this is a very interesting project. For all those who are thinking about a cafe racer project, based on the older models, it will never be an easy project. But perhaps the amazing power, and the beautiful V4 engine sound, could be enough ingredients to lead you to such idea. Thank you for watching Racer TV. And as always, I hope to see you next week.